Hey everybody, it's me, your boy Ted from Makeup and Music with Ted, and it's me. I'm here to do another video for you. Alright, so this video I should have had up ages ago, but life and the sit down talk and like talk to the camera videos are honestly my least favorite videos to do um, when unless I'm talking about music. But when I'm talking about makeup, I love talking about makeup. Don't get me wrong, but like it's much more exciting when I'm doing a countdown or if I'm doing a collection video than me just sitting here talking and showing you products. But this is finally part two of my favorite products of 2019. I did the drugstore one, which I will link in the description, and this is going to be my high-end one. I think I don't have as many products, high-end products, um, that I really love. I am a drugstore hoe and dollar store makeup hoe. Most of my collection is hands down drugstore. I actually just shot a video of a mostly elf full face of elf makeup tutorial, which when it comes out I will also link in the description, and that this is today's look. I'm loving how the look went, so let's just jump right into the products. I will say most of my favorite high-end stuff are eyeshadow palettes because I love eyeshadow. Aside from lip products, eyeshadow is the largest amount of products that I have. So I don't have a lot of like super duper favorite high-end products, especially in lips. I have one product I love in lips. Other than that, the stuff I get in my BoxyCharm lip-wise just is not for me. But let's just start with primer. So I got this in my BoxyCharm. Everything I got in BoxyCharm, I will also say I got it in BoxyCharm, but I will still put the price there for reference. So this is the No Problem Prime Essence from Touch and Soul. I really love this primer. It has flower extract and it smells really nice, but it's not overly fragrance, which I have sensitive skin and I don't like to be over. I don't like overtly fragrance products because it irritates my skin, as it irritates, I feel like, a lot of people's skin. But this is a really good product. I love the Prime Essence. I like the name. I like how it comes out. It's like really serum-y. Is that a word? It's probably not a word, but it's like really like serum like, and it just feels so good on the skin. And I swear it just makes my skin feel like expensive. It makes my skin feel expensive. And I will link products prices in the description because I don't know a lot of these products offhand, the prices, but I will let y'all all know in the description. So I really love this and recommend this. It's a little higher end of a product, but I think it's well worth the money. I'm sorry, my voice today is like, it's like trying to leave me, and I'm like, I need you to stay. And then for foundation, it has to go to Fenty Beauty. I love my Fenty Beauty foundation. I'm obsessed. Hashtag obsessed with my Fenty Beauty foundation. It is worth every single penny. I promise you, people, especially my black folks, my black and brown people, it is worth your money because I've had this for about a year. Now, granted, I don't wear foundation every day. I'm wearing foundation today. But I don't wear foundation every day, so that's one reason why it lasts. But there's a lot of product in the skinny bottle. There's a lot of product in the skinny bottle, and the formula is great. This is the soft matte formula. Ugh, I love this. This is so good. This is shade 490, by the way. This is a little dark for me, but it's pretty close to me. So if you're near my skin tone or like a shade darker, this is probably going to be the shade for you. Love this product. Get you some, like for real. Get you some. Mama Fenty. Mama Fenty. All right, next. So this is also came in BoxyCharm. This is the Pur Cosmetics Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I'm also hashtag obsessed with this. This is such a good freaking powder. It is so freaking good. I cannot explain. This is the best powder for setting under your eyes because it is hydrating. So your under your eyes, it doesn't feel tight. It just glides on smooth and it almost feels kind of wet. And it's really good. I got this in BoxyCharm. In fact, I was just doing a video the other day and I talked about like out of all of my products, this would probably be the one that I got in BoxyCharm. This would be the one I would repurchase because it's just that good. I love this powder. It is so good. This and this is the shade, I'm sorry, golden bronze, and it works fabulously for my skin tone. So next up I have eyes. I have the Hank and Henry Slick With It eyeliner in Blickety Black. This is a great liner. It is so pigmented. It's really easy to work with, and it is just iconic. It's an iconic liner. Like, it glides over my glitter. It glides over cream eyeshadows. It is a beautiful, beautiful, very opaque. Like, this is ridiculous. It is pigmented. I love this, and this is another one of those products I got from BoxyCharm I would consider repurchasing because it's just that good. Love this. Used it all 2019 when I received it. As soon as I received it, I tried it for the first time. I was like, ooh, this is it. So next is, and this was actually featured in my face palette video, which I will also link in the description. This is more Fenty Beauty, and this is the Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Palette. I have raved about this palette multiple times. I've actually had this for since 2018, but I still use it quite a bit in 2019, which is why it makes my favorite products of 2019. Ooh, yeah, look at the lights. My favorite products of 2019 because I still get a lot of use out of it. And this palette is redonkulous. I'm not gonna swatch it because if you want to see swatches, like I said, I shot a whole video of my face palettes. And I love this because it's a multi-use palette. I've used this shade down here, Honey Slope, as a blush. I've used the whole palette as a eyeshadow. I really, really dig Stone Cold, which is this color in the middle, and I really dig Chills, and I really dig Sub-Zero. I love all these colors. They're so good. They're so pigmented, but they're really glittery. If you don't like glitter, you're not gonna like it. But I love glitter, and am obsessed with glitter, so it's a fave of mine. Ooh, I need coffee. Oh God. All right. And then for mascara, I have two that made it to my favorite, and that would be the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and this is in, I think, just black. I don't think there's a shade. I feel like I don't need to say a lot about this. The Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara has been raved by everybody, and I gotta say, I really, really do like this mascara. It's $18. I remember the price of this because I think it's ridiculous that it's $18 personally, just because I have a Femme Couture one that is just as good, if not better, and I get the same effect, and it has a great formula. So, for me, it's like, am I gonna pay $6 for a mascara, or am I gonna pay $18? That being said, it's a really good luxury mascara, and it lasts a long time. We got this in BoxyCharm last year. I used it quite a bit. Bae uses it quite a bit, and it's still going. There's still a lot of product. It's very heavy. I really like the packaging. I recommend it. I do. I recommend this one. But I definitely won't repurchase just because the brand Too Faced as well. I have my issues with them. I've just read and heard some things about them that were just not aligned with what I'm about. So I won't ever repurchase this for the price and because of the brand. But is it a good product? Yeah, I'll say it's a good product because it is. So, and it did make this list, so obviously it's good enough. Next is another one. It is oh my God, ew, hair. Next is the Monaco Beauty uh, Bloom Volumizing Mascara. I never heard of this brand before I got this in BoxyCharm. It's a great, great mascara. I love the I actually really like the applicator. The formula is kind of thick, though, and the packaging is very light. You know, it's very light, not really what some would deem expensive looking. Feels kind of cheap, but the quality of the product, and I actually still like the packaging. The quality of the product is beyond. It's so good. I love this. I recommend it. Get you some. And then the only one I have for lips is the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Lip Gloss. This is a really nice lip gloss. It feels really good on the lips. It's kind of thick and shimmery. Not super pigmented, but it's not supposed to be. It smells really good, but it's not like like too like strong with the scent, but it's a nice subtle lemonade type scent. Oh yeah, and I really like the packaging. I just think it's really pretty. I like that it really does remind me of pink lemonade, and once again got this in BoxyCharm, and I really like it. I would recommend this. And then, last but not least, the most of my favorite stuff that I have, and I got all of these in BoxyCharm, and these are all eyeshadow palettes, but these have all made my favorite lists because these are all really good eyeshadow palettes. Let's start from the top. This palette is so good. I'd always wanted to try a Tarte palette, so when I got it in BoxyCharm like last year, I was like, yes, this is it. I've only heard good things about their shadows. First, wow, I just love everything about this packaging. This is just gorgeous. This is the BU Naturally palette, and it is just gorgeous. I love that it comes with a mirror. The colors are beyond beautiful. The shimmers in here, and I will be releasing my medium to large eyeshadow palette collection pretty soon. So you may see some of these coming up. This was featured in my small eyeshadow collection though, which I will link. I will link all that. These are beyond. The only two colors I don't really care for is this pink and this color right here. But other than that, the browns and the shimmers in this palette are beyond. It is beyond. Oh, I love this palette for just natural days when I just want a little brown, pop a shimmer on. This is it. The formula in here is beyond good. Like, it's beyond good. Like, I'm almost mad that it's so good. Why is it so good? Next is the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette. And we're just going to take this little brush out. We don't use that much, but... So this is how the palette looks. It's a very pretty palette. I've worn it, I want to say 3 times, and all 3 times I loved it. It's just a matte palette. There's no shimmers, but that's okay because I have plenty of palettes with shimmers, and I have single shadows that have shimmers if I need it. But this is a great palette. This is a great travel palette too. Especially, like I said, you can just take this palette. You have I feel like you have everything you need to do like a nice brown smoky eye in here. And you know, you can just take one single shadow, bright single shadow, or a liquid shadow, and you can make fun looks with it. I love this palette. The formula is just like really soft and like really pigmented. Like, I really like this palette. Like, I wasn't sure, but I was excited because, you know, for that month in BoxyCharm, everybody got one of this type of palette, but it may not have been this color. I was very excited to get the brown palette. So I recommend this, especially this is Brown Boy approved. Approved. Okay, so next is the Butter London, what is this called? Natural Goddess palette. This is a beautiful palette. I love this palette actually. The brown in here, I love browns. I love browns and I love purples. That's like the 2 colors I love the most in terms to makeup and putting on my lid. This brown is temptress is beyond. It's so good. It's such a good pigmented brown. I've used a lot of brown colors and palettes. So I'm kind of like, I know a good brown when I see a good brown, and that's a great brown. And these shimmers, Enchantress, Queen, Star, and Diva, are really good. I like that it comes with 4 shimmers and 2 mattes. I still feel like, despite the fact that it's just a 6-pan shadow, you can do a lot with this palette. Love it. So next is the Violet Voss Essential Palette. I never really knew much about Violet Voss. I'd heard about her products, and I've been wanting to try some. So when this came in BoxyCharm, once again, I was super excited. I really enjoy this palette. In fact, I love this color Cinnamon, which is like this reddish brown. Like I said, I love browns. Browns are amazing. And I really like Emerald, this green up here. The whole palette's really good, but I will say that I definitely gravitate to, maybe like 4 or 5 colors out of the whole palette. This black is a pretty nice pigmented black. Black is another color that I'm just like, I've used a lot of blacks. That's a good pigmented black. So I commend Violet Voss for such a nice pigmented black in this great cinnamon color. And I really do like the formula of the shimmers. All right, we're almost done. So the next one is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. And ooh, I love this palette. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love everything about this palette. I love the color scheme. I love the print on the front. I love how she puts DC in it for Dominique Cosmetics. I love the outline. Like, I love the color names. I love the fact that it comes with 3 shimmers and 5 mattes. I like that this is such a versatile palette. I feel like you can still do a whole bunch with just 10 colors. And the formula of these is ridiculous. It's so soft. Like, it's so, like, it's really soft. And like, it may not swatch the best, but it blends like a dream. And I think the pigment is there. And then last, but certainly not least, let me just wipe my hand right quick, just in case I swatch some stuff in here, is the Pur Cosmetics Festival palette. I love this palette. This palette is so me. When I think of a palette that I feel like encompasses me as a makeup lover, I feel like this is it, because you have your glitters. I love glitter. You have your bright pinks and your purples. I love bright pink and purple. But you also have a great brown in there, and you have these great, like, really nice shimmer colors that are pigmented, but in the gold arena, because gold on dark skin is just a yes. And I love this palette. I love this palette. These are pressed pigments, so try to make sure you you use a primer or use concealer, or it will stain your eye. But I love this palette. I have no complaints about this palette. All Night has gotten some use. I also really like the shade Epic. I've actually used the shade Epic quite a bit. And the formula is really soft, really blendable. Like, it's ridiculous. Out of everything, the glitters are my least favorite. Not because they're bad, just because they're not my favorite glitter to work with. Like, not my favorite, but it's definitely better than glitters I've used before. So that's good. But I have to say, I really love this palette. I think it's a great palette. And I think that if you want a really colorful, fun palette, you should check out the Pur Cosmetics palette. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. That's everything. That is the top makeup of 2019. Higher end makeup of 2019. I will be releasing this randomly in the next couple weeks. I'm just gonna pick a date and I'm just gonna gear it up to release it. And I actually really like doing end of year favorite products, just because it's like you can really get into it. Like, I like doing the end of year, like talking about it. I just don't like talking about it on camera because I don't think it's as fun as just like some of the other videos I make. But I could talk for an hour about makeup. So, ooh, look at my hands all glittery now. Yes, I'm shining. The Shining. Anyway, y'all, that's all for me. I'll see y'all next time. Stay gay and have a great day.